a topic that is near and dear to my heart as a business owner, as an employee, as a friend who does business for other people and with other people. Today is super important because it's talking about time management and prioritization techniques. It's not just for students, actually. It's actually for balancing new business owner or business owner who's trying to scale or an employee who's trying to balance multiple things that they're trying to do, but they're having a hard time. So today we're going to master time management skills for students. And some of the skills that you're going to learn actually surprising because our previous president, Eisenhower, was the grandfather of this study techniques that I use today. Hi, Sis Berlin. She is, I believe, in Malaysia. Good morning. All right. So today we're talking about time management and prioritization. But before I move on, I'm going to tell you a little bit about two sponsors today for this show. The first one is Tossie Brand. She is Janice, and she invented and patented a pillowcase, and it has helped me a lot. And that's why I believe in the product, because it literally helps me sleep better, have more breathing, more oxygen in my brain while I'm sleeping. If you go to tossiebrands.com, it's spelled TAUSI brands.com, and you like a pillowcase that you want, there's two different versions. Vertical is what I have. You can actually get 30% off by being on this show right now. The coupon code, you can type level up 23, LEVELUP 23. Level up 23 will get you like $40 off. It's kind of amazing. I partner up with her and she's amazing. I believe in her product. So level up 23 will get you 30% off on that pillowcase. Now, also we have a book producer extraordinaire over here, Lonnie. She'll come up in a minute and tell you about this amazing opportunity. So if you have been thinking of writing a book, but you don't know where to start, how to do it, but you have so much experience and so much to say, Lonnie is your go-to because she literally will help you streamline your process, streamline your thoughts, basically show up as you, but in a well-structured, disciplined, and amazing book that you can come up with for yourself and about yourself. And she's the best partner. She's like a silent partner in business. She'll give you money, but she won't be touching the business. In this case, she'll give you the structure and the idea, but you're still the hero of your own story. So that's Lonnie Ray. And she'll come up in a minute and tell you about what is cooking up in her end that I am in because I believe in her skills and magic touches for sure. Now let's talk about time management. So just FYI, I am recording this and you will be on YouTube. I'm super happy to tell you that we hit 2,000 subscribers already. And I did that in about 4 months. I'm trying a lot of things right now on YouTube and on LinkedIn. And so if you are going to speak up, you will be recorded and it will be on YouTube. And let me know if you want to show up on my YouTube as well, and that will increase your visibility in the interweb. We call internet, right? I've been working a lot on my SEO, both on my website. I say websites because I have a couple, and also on my YouTube channel. So you will have free publicity if you own your own business. Anyhow, let's go back to time management. So, thank you so much for coming here. I'm thrilled to have you join me in this journey to discover the art of effective time management and learn strategies that will empower you to achieve your journey, whatever it is, personal goals, business goals, academic goals, while maintaining a healthy work-life balance. That is the key, right? Having that balance. So we know that today's fast-paced world, mastering time management is crucial for your success. So whether you're a student, striving for academic excellence, or an individual business owner seeking to make the most of your everyday, this podcast today is for you. I'll provide valuable insights, practical techniques that you can use right away after this conversation with actionable steps, because we know that knowledge is power. But with all that knowledge without action, it is nothing, right? So let's transform our lives today and let's talk about it, okay? First thing I want to talk about is the value of time management. Time management isn't just about squeezing more tasks into your day. It's about making intentional choices. Let me repeat that. Making intentional choices, focusing on what truly matters, and finding a rhythm that aligns with your personal strengths and preferences. So I encourage you to actively engage, ask questions, put emoji, come up to the stage and share your experiences after this little bit of lecture, okay? Now, when it comes to the value of time management and improving your grades, improving your business engagement, reducing procrastination and overall well-being. So let's be honest, no one can see you on YouTube if you give me an emoji. How many of you guys procrastinate? Give me a thumbs up. Don't tell me I'm the only one. How many of you guys procrastinate? Ali, thank you. Oliver. Oh, Oliver, you're laughing. Ferlin, Lonnie, thank you. Christine. Hey, Christine. What's up, sis? So yes, we all procrastinate, but the most important thing is that not to stay in procrastination mode. Now, we need to identify common challenges that we face, whether it's procrastination, distraction on social media or television, poor planning, and underestimating your time requirements of the project. You think, oh, I can do it in 5 minutes, and it's 5 hours later, right? So that is what our challenges are. But the benefit of having effective time management is to reduce your stress. When you manage your time and you're intentional of what you need to do, you're reducing your stress because your mind is not thinking about, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this, right? It also increases your focus, what you need to do. You'll have better decision making and improves your work-life balance and also enhances your self-discipline. Now, I'm going to give you the 3, I should say, time management strategies that I use for myself. The first one is I set a clear goal. I basically do a SMART goal, whether it's short-term or long-term. We talked about SMART goals last week. It's about having a specific goal, something that's measurable, something that's achievable, something that's relevant to your mission, and it's time-bound. You got to put a due date on that time goal. The second strategy is prioritizing your tasks. Now, we're talking about Eisenhower Matrix. How many of you, give me an emoji, any type of emoji, how many of you actually know about the Eisenhower Matrix? Give me an emoji. Nobody? Okay, how many? Oh, all right, Oliver. Hazel, welcome. So Eisenhower is our ex-president, right? He actually came up with the Eisenhower Matrix. And do you guys want to know what that is? Okay, thank you, Lark. Okay, so welcome, Regina. The Eisenhower Matrix is also known as the Eisenhower Decision Matrix or Urgent/Important Matrix. It is a time management tool that helps you prioritize your task based on the level of urgency and importance. It actually was, you already know that he's the 34th president of the US, but he was well known for his effective time management skills. So this is how it works. Imagine and picture in your head a matrix. Not the movie, guys, quadrants. Think of like 4 squares, okay? The first square is urgent and important. So if you're taking notes, write down urgent and important. What that means is that you need to do this first. This task in this quadrant are both urgent and important. They require immediate attention and should be tackled as soon as possible to prevent negative consequences. These task aligns with your goals and have a significant impact on your success. Now, the next quadrant is important but not urgent schedule. These tasks in this quadrant are important for your long-term goals and personal growth, but they don't require immediate attention. They should be scheduled and planned for, allowing you to work on them without a pressure of urgency. The next quadrant is urgent but not important. That means you need to delegate these tasks, right? In this task, it's urgent, but they don't contribute significantly to your goals or personal growth. So it's possible you can delegate these tasks to others who are better suited to handle them so that you could free up your time for more important tasks. It needs to be done though, right? It's urgent, but it's really not important, so someone can do it. The last part of your quadrant is not urgent and not important, right? These tasks needs to be eliminated. Tasks in this quadrant are neither urgent nor important. They often include time-wasting activities or distractions that do not contribute to your goals at all. Consider eliminating or minimizing these tasks to reclaim your time. Now, here's the thing. Vegging out on social media is also, to me, is not urgent, not important. Being on social media because you're engaging with other people for your business to stay in business and stay relevant, that is not a time waster. Now, being on other social media where you just scroll looking for things, that is a time waster. Okay? So that is the first strategy that I want to give you, and that is the Eisenhower Matrix. So hopefully that helps you. Now, the second strategy that I want to talk about is Pomodoro. How many of you guys have heard of the Pomodoro technique? Raise your hand, give me an emoji if you have heard of the Pomodoro technique. Natalie, welcome. So the Pomodoro technique is another time management method developed by Francesco Cirillo. This is back in 1980s. It's designed to enhance productivity and focus by breaking work into short focus intervals called the Pomodoros. It's followed by brief breaks. I've actually done this, but I like to sit long term, and it's not, I've been getting a fatness floaty right now from sitting down. So my mom bought me a desk that is very desk where I could work and stand up, but now my feet is hurting, so I'm sitting down again. But this technique is named after a tomato-shaped kitchen timer. It's called Cirillo, right? Cirillo initially used this. It's called a Pomodoro. It's in Italian, guys. Now, here is the technique of the Pomodoro. Number 1, choose a task. Select a task that you want to work on. It could be studying, writing, coding, painting, or working on your book, whatever activity that requires focus and attention. Number 2, set a timer. Set a timer for a fixed period, and they want you to start with 25 minutes. Start working on your chosen task, and this period is called a Pomodoro. Number 3, work intensely. During the Pomodoro, focus solely on your task and work diligently. Avoid any distraction, going up, anything like that. No, stay committed to that task at hand. Right? That's 25 minutes of just intense work on whatever you're trying to do. And number 4 is take a short break. So when your Pomodoro rings after 25 minutes, take a short break of 5 minutes. Use that time to relax, stretch, grab water, grab a snack, walk around your block for 5 minutes, walk your dog, get your dog out, whatever you need to do. Take it for 5 minutes. Put that timer. Then number 5 is repeat. After the break, start another Pomodoro by setting the timer for another 25 minutes and work on that task again. However, number 6, after completing 4 Pomodoros, that means 4 25 minutes, you need to take a longer break, about 15 to 30 minutes. What I usually do is I take 30 minutes. I go make my TikTok, I walk my dog or scold my dog, either way, or I go to my office upstairs, or I go downstairs, I record something fun, or I do my yoga and meditation breathing exercise. Okay? So you have, let's say, for example, that you're working on Lonnie Ray's book. You have an essay or a book to write. Here's how you could apply the Pomodoro technique. Okay? Write that book on whatever topic that you're doing or whatever Lonnie tells you to do. Set that timer for 25 minutes and work intensely. Right, for that 25-minute Pomodoro. Avoid any distractions. Don't look at your phone. My sis Nicole is here. Hey, Janice, you missed my Level Up 23 conversation. After that, go ahead and walk around. Get your I don't get your tossy pillow because you might take a nap more than 30 minutes. But you can sit it up for 35 minutes nap, whatever you want to do with that, right? And then go ahead and after your break, stretch. Make sure you stretch. You don't think about anything. Just relax your mind. The Pomodoro technique actually prevents burnout, guys. If you are an executive, if you are an inventor like Janice, if you are a book producer like Lonnie Ray, if you are a business owner in the global space like Ferlin, if you are my sister Christine, who works so tirelessly with parents and looking for ways to help them promote, right? If you are my sister Nicole, who works 2 jobs, literally more than full time on each job, you need a Pomodoro, okay? That means 25 minutes of intense work. Leave that chair. Move away for 5 minutes. This way you don't feel burnout. I have used this technique for so long, and I actually alternate my Pomodoro. So if you have a problem with like staying on task and sitting down for a long periods of time, start with the 25-minute Pomodoro and 5 minutes break. But if you're the type that have discipline and have done this already, I would say do the Pomodoro where you work for 1 hour and take 10-minute breaks each hour. And that will work. It prevents you from burning out. Okay? So that is my second technique. Now, my third technique that I want to tell you about today is called time blocking. I also do time blocking. Give me an emoji if you guys know what time blocking is. Or do you already do it? No one time blocks? Holy moly. Oliver. Okay. Ali, I'll get you off. This is my last one. So time blocking is where you assign specific blocks of time for various tasks, emphasize the importance of sticking to schedule, and avoid multitasking. I multitask, so I'm like the worst in this thing. But use technology to actually help you with your time blocking, okay? Overcoming procrastination is the way to time block yourself so you can basically avoid those things that you're like, I'm multitasking, but then you're just getting stressed. So time blocking management technique is scheduling your day in distinct time blocks, right? Dedicate the specific time for your task. Number 1, identify your task. List all the tasks you need to accomplish during the day. It could be work, study, exercise, personal activities, even breaks. Determine the time blocks. Divide your day into blocks of time and ranging from 30 minutes to a few hours. Usually I do 6 to 7 walk my dog. 7 to 8 I do yoga and meditation. And then from 8 on, if I'm not with the kids, in their summer right now, but usually I'll drive them to school. From 9 to 10 on Wednesdays and Thursdays, CJ is always going to be on live stream, audio room, whatever you want to call it. I'm always there. Wednesday to Thursday, I block my time. Sunday at 7 a.m., I'm with my sisters, right? On Nicole's audio room from 8 to 9, we usually have a Zoom room, right? Now I'm adding 8 to 9 or 9 to 10, I should say, PST for my masterclass Solopreneur with some of my sisters and brother. But whatever you do, divide those time and assign a task. But don't overcommit yourself because you will be burnout. And then you got to go back to the Pomodoro style. But be mindful not to overcommit your schedule to too many tasks. I say stick to 3 big things a day and the rest are little things. That's what I do. So I'm very productive. I time block. I take my Pomodoro, which is my break. And then, of course, I have a SMART goal. So I'm going to be quiet now. And I will have anybody, Ali, you can come back. I'm done now. I gave you guys the 3 techniques I wanted to share. Hi, Anissa. And let's go, brother up. Here you go. The mic is yours.
Hi everyone, this is Ali. Hi Dr. Constance. Before I ask something, I would just like to know: is there a certain format? Because I kind of like this new feature in LinkedIn. I'm just getting used to it. So this is the first time for me on the mic. So is there any kind of a format for asking questions? I like this conversation, whatever is going on.
I love it. Welcome. No, there is no format. Some of the audio rooms that I've created in the past is have a little bit of topic and then people come in and then talk. This audio room series, because I'm a teacher at heart, my students are complaining and they're like, hey, can you give us some techniques that you use? So I usually talk about 15, 20 minutes about what the students are asking me or what my series is about. And then anyone can come up and share their thoughts. Definitely.
Okay, if you're leaving this up to me, then I'll just start with a little bit of introduction. I am from Pakistan. My wife is British. Got 3 kids, 2 daughters and a boy. And I understand whatever you were saying about time management. I've been experienced of 20 years in the corporate sector, Telenor Group mostly. And then I had many certifications of all these techniques, and it really worked for me until like 4 years ago. The time stopped for me. I mean, you were talking about procrastination. So everything kind of stopped for me. I had my disc was misted and it broke, and I had 3 surgeries. So long story short, I'm partially Robocop because of the implants, not the silicone ones, but the titanium implants in my spine. And I was bedridden for 2 years. I'm a golfer. I love golf. My longest drive was 343 yards. It was a par 4, and I drove the green. But then everything stopped for me, and none of these techniques worked for me. So I was actually, I ran to many people. I tried speaking to many people, but then everything stops for you when you no longer remain relevant for people. I mean, everybody has a capacity. So I was really looking for somebody, some academics, some people who write books, who are authors or author great books. And I just wanted to discuss for a person like myself, what is the way to manage them. People are going, I have friends all over the world, different cultures, and some of them are going through this pain, and I don't think I'm the right person. They keep asking me how I, spend this time, how I manage this time, because for 2 years I was looking at the ceiling, at the walls, becoming an old man filled with regret. So I don't know. I would want to know if somebody can help me out and have a discussion, a personalized discussion, try to understand the problem and help people like me who are in trouble. And trust you me, they're in dire need of people like you, good people like you. So over to you. Thank you.
First of all, thank you so much, brother, for sharing your story. What an inspiring story. And I kind of have a little smirk on my face when you said RoboCop. I literally met the RoboCop team. They're a little bit older now in person. A side note, I love comic conventions. That's something that I love. I used to dress up anime since I was young. I've been going to it for 20 years. I kind of met my husband that way. But as far as time management, here's the thing. The problem is not really, I think for me, how you're describing it, I don't know you well enough to kind of give you an advice. But the problem for you that I see is not time management. The problem that I see for your situation is purpose. When you have a purpose and you have a mission, time can be managed through intentions. Because you cannot control time. Time will just keep going. And people will like, oh, I'm going to control time. No, you can't. There are things you cannot control in life. And time is one of them that you cannot control. However, When something happens in our life that's huge, like yourself, you're a productive citizen, you were doing your life, and then boom, you got stopped in your tracks and you lost your way. But now you can actually use that, whatever adversity that you're going through, you can use that. Whatever vulnerability that you have, use that. It's not a weakness, that is your strength. You went through such a journey and you came out of that journey here today. This is not an accident that you're here. I can already see that whatever you're doing, maybe you need a purpose. And if you don't have a purpose, I'm going to give you one. I think that you should talk to Lonnie Ray and tell her your story, and maybe you two can collaborate. And maybe it's a book, maybe it's something, a project that you want to do, maybe something that you want to speak about. Because everybody on this room that I know is here to serve others. When we only serve ourselves, we basically kind of hit a ceiling point. They're like, well, what's next? I know a lot of people, lawyers, business owners in the millions, my family, they have a lot of money, but you know what? They don't have a purpose. They're so unhappy with their life. And they don't even believe in time management because they can do whatever they want because they said they're buying their time. But at the end of the day, when life is done, what have you done? What is the legacy and impact that you have provided for you and your family or for the world to see? You are an amazing human being. Find that purpose and then talk and collaborate with others. I will have Lonnie Ray talk now. Come on in, sister.
Thank you. Come on down, she said. I am so appreciative, taking notes of what you taught this morning. Thank you so much. Very helpful. And Ali, she's right. You know, there is a way to take what's happened and make it your purpose. No doubt you have wisdom to share. And whether it's a book or a chapter in a book, I would recommend the latter because it's just so much easier. And when you are in a book with other authors, the exposure that your story will get is bigger than if you did a book just by yourself. And we're here to increase the knowledge base by sharing our stories and exponentially empower each other with what we've been through. You know, often when we face our greatest fear, there's a gift in it, and sharing that is really what I'm all about. And I would really like to have a discussion with you about how you could do that. There is a book project, if I may go on, that is called Rattled Awake. And it's the same theme for the same question to be answered by all the authors, and everyone has a different take on it. And it's really, over the last 5 years, what was the single most important, significant event that caused you to shift your perspective? What did you used to think, and what do you think now? How is life for you now? What do you see differently? And what you see differently can help others so much. It doesn't have to be hard to convey your story, and we're coaching people to get it done in one single weekend. So it's not a long, drawn-out process. So that might be a way for you to get your story out there, Ali.
Thank you, Lonnie. I'm humbled. Also, Dr. Constance. How much time you got? That's all the question I've got for you. I don't have a time because I love the title, The Rattle Wig. But Dr. Constance also spoke about the purpose. And I think in that time, if I have a silver lining, if I could take away from that memory, it is that I found purpose, and I think all that pain was worth it. I mean, that's how I feel right now. However, the title of the book I would want to choose would be The Art of Procrastination, and I think the world needs it now. But then somebody has to understand me. I cannot write it down. I do not have the capability to write things down. I need somebody to understand me, and maybe I can leverage on your gift somehow.
It's so funny, hon. The truth is that when we stay focused on the what, the how makes itself known. And so there will be a way for you to convey what you were born to say. I promise. Rattled Awake is a collaboration of all sorts of stories. If you want to do an individual book, I'll certainly help you. I've worked on procrastination books before, so I can help you with that, no problem. The project is broad scope of various perspective changes. And, when somebody changes their perspective and shares it, it creates a new option for other people. And options change outcomes. And that's what we want to do together. So we'll definitely talk off the audio event. Go from there. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm just right. Sure, thank you so much. That's all I have to say. Just maybe you can, let us know how to keep in touch going forward. That's all I have to say. Thank you for your time.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, I love the connection. This was perfect. Ali, honestly, you were meant to be here. Honestly, that I'm getting goosebumps right now that you came up right at the time when Lonnie is doing it. So if you want to do, the art of procrastination, that could be your chapter. You can have your own space. You can write your own chapter and said, hey, the art of procrastination, this is what I've learned. And what I love about an anthology book is that it's not one perspective. It is so many people's perspective. And you're going to be surrounded with amazing human beings in this book if you ever want to be part of it. It's because not only you're creating a space for yourself, but together as a collaborator, and the reach that we get is so much more than individually, right? And definitely you can be part of a project that you can be proud of. Like Sis Nicole and I are on a project called 50 Inspirational Connections. It's been going on for a while now. And Sis, by the way, I looked at our numbers. We literally have 2 more episodes and we are done with the project and we can unveil all the 50 inspirational. So yeah, I'm scratching my head. I was like, wow, it's been such an amazing journey. And I feature people on my YouTube. And again, guys, I just hit 2,000 views in 4 months, 5 months. I'm stoked because that is free publicity for all of you all that is in my live stream. And this also will be on YouTube as well as an Audio Rooms playlist. But do you guys, I wanted to ask you, Ali, right now, right, you're in procrastination mode. What keeps you going every day if you don't want to do anything?
Well, I went to all the doctors, even the official physiotherapist of the Pakistani cricket team. It's a famous sport. I'm not sure if most of you are aware of it. So I went to all the experts and from, I don't know, Chinese and everything, all the cures, they were herbal. But then again, at the end, I learned how to fix my pain. I could not take one step. I was on, a lot of support. And, the doctors, I became a neurosurgeon, very dangerous because I don't have a degree. But then I learned how to fix my back. Um, it was just give it time. I learned the art of swimming, and I did not know how to swim properly. And I took a course. There is a club, Raya Golf and Country Club. If you ever come to Pakistan, you can all be my guest. Most welcome. So I learned swimming, and then I started swimming for 1 minute, 30 seconds. And end of the day, they had a separate row for me, and I used to swim 8 hours nonstop. I mean, obviously I had to hydrate and take a shower. But then everything got fixed. So, and that was my motivation. I learned how to fight out of it. And so many people are suffering. If we only teach them how to swim, the art of swimming, I mean, so many physiotherapists would become irrelevant. And then I started taking actions, and I'm scared now. At this point in time, I have people, very strong people globally, tech giants, some vice president in First Abu Dhabi Bank is a very good friend of mine, consultants in Canada, Deloitte, in Australia, all my friends. Obviously, corporate world is a very small world. and they're all gathering. They're after me, and I'm really scared. What am I doing? People with such big paychecks don't come to a person like me, and I don't know how to. I mean, you're a fan of comic books, so I mean, they said, with more power comes more responsibility. I mean, it is beyond my powers. I don't. They have so much expectations, and I think I can read their dreams. We have something in common. Most of them going through midlife crisis, and I mean, something I find common, and they're after me like anything, and I did not know what to do. I'm just procrastinating the meetings. It is scaring me. Yes, you talk about knowledge. Knowledge is a lot of power, but then if you give it time, I mean, we don't give it enough time to get the wisdom of that knowledge, and that's what I've been doing. I've studied agri-tech, medical tech, social media. There's fights going on between the two giants, the threads and whatever the Twitter. So I just keep baking foods. I keep making algorithms in my brain. I don't have the energy to write things down. I can walk. I can drive. I can try. I'm not immobilized anymore. But then again, I want to. My dream, my objective is to create a startup ecosystem. How would that be beneficial for equal distribution of wealth? Why just equal distribution of wealth? Why not planned distribution of people? I mean, if we had such kind people like you in the subcontinent, I mean, this would be the world will change. You don't have to fight anymore. I mean, crazy stuff like that. I can't discuss with people who are not academics, who do not have insight, who don't have any depth to their words. I need somebody to listen and not make fun of me or judge me for that matter. Because, so that's what I've been looking for. Somebody, a mentor, somebody who has more experience, more exposure, more wisdom than I have. Yeah.
Ali, in this room, I will not tolerate people who make fun of others for sure. This is a safe space for everyone to basically tell us your ideas or emotions or feelings, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many tools or techniques or money that you have. If you're not happy with your decisions, you're not going to be happy for the rest of your life. There are some things that you make a decision for that it could be a mistake or it couldn't be a mistake, but at the same time, you're going to have to live with it and move forward. But the key is moving forward, and you need to surround yourself where you feel like yourself, not like you're an outsider or people are going to make fun of you. I think the problem is also culture. I come from a culture where everyone has to be perfect. And if you make a mistake, the whole you and the whole family is somehow stupid. And that could be difficult, right? When you come from a culture with that type of mentality. I do see a shift in LinkedIn where a lot of these founders, a lot of these people that are not accessible before are now accessible like no other. And that is the reason why I have a group of people that I follow, and I also a group of people that I engage with, to provide them the tools that they need to show up for themselves, right? Because at the end of the day, my heart is a servant heart. I could be a mentor for somebody on a specific thing, but you could be a mentor for specific things. We all come with different experiences and environment, and we all come with our own superpower. Just because you're lacking on one thing doesn't mean you're lacking on everything. It just means that you're lacking on something, because we can't be everything. Right? So you need to surround yourself like Lonnie Ray and people in this room that can provide insights for you. And believe me, being a solopreneur is not easy because you wear so many hats. When you work for someone, you're only responsible for one thing and one thing only. Okay, maybe a couple of things, but you're not responsible for the entire company. It's a cog of machines. People move, people flow for every single thing, and one mission only: to serve the customers, to make money, right? And how you make money, I put people over profit, right? I trade things, but also you need to pay attention When someone asks you something, you need to pay attention on what you can do or what you should do so that you can create that collaboration smoothly. Otherwise, all of our insecurities, all of our previous issues sometimes comes up because we're on that vulnerable stage. I have a friend, I think from not Australia, what is it? New Zealand, that I talked to, I think the other day. She's not on LinkedIn yet. I'm trying to tell her to come back to LinkedIn. She said she didn't like LinkedIn before, and that was 10 years ago. And I told her to come back to LinkedIn. It's changed. And she's like, no, people are judgmental. They're all perfect. They're all this VP and founder and CEO. And, they don't have, and I'm like, girl, no, everyone has a weakness. You have a weakness. I have a weakness. That is not what we focus on. We focus on our strengths, right? So that we can actually put it on the table and said, hey, Lonnie, what's your strength? Okay, great. Now that's my weakness. Can you help me? Right? We focus on those strengths because that way we can leverage it as a group so we can use each other for that purpose to help one another. Give and take. I don't like take and take. I don't like give and give either. And I love give and take, right? And you can definitely communicate with people. And in this room and on the people in here, hi, Wendy, we are not takers where we don't give back. We always give back because the point of a community is a community. So we will never make fun of you in your ideas. And by the way, you don't need academics or academicians to get you. We have people who come from different walks of life that they don't need to learn the structure of academics. I just want to tell you too. So what you're talking, when people are sharing ideas and creating this bigger impact, that's what the dissertation of PhDs and MDs and DBAs do, by the way. We pick up a task, a topic that we are passionate about, and then we take it apart and research the heck out of it, and then comes out our dissertation, right? That means we have technical aspects because we learn how to write it. But that doesn't mean the people who doesn't have a PhD or DBA are not depth. They don't have depth within them. They do. It's called experience of life, and they can definitely share their superpower with you as well. Because like I said, like for example, if you have this book with Lonnie, right? And then you're going to need someone to have a banner. You're going to need someone to have a graphics. You don't need a degree for that. You can ask Sister Nicole right there, down there. She can get you graphics. She has a package for authors, literally, right? And if you need to engage with anything within your wealth, money, body, Sister Ferlin has that for you right there. Oliver is also here, and he can't raise his hands right now, but he can literally help you with different types of language if you need to. Wendy tells you about energy and about how to stay active, right? Sister Natalie does, paintings to keep you relaxed when you need to and not your mind go wander everywhere. And then Sister Christine is here and to help you with some of her knowledge when she works with specific niche market that she works with. And Soumya, I don't know what you do because you're new to this room, so I can't speak for you, but we all come with our weakness, but we don't focus on that. We come with our strengths so that people can pick. Think of it as a buffet. When you go to a buffet, you look at, and especially if you're hungry, watch out, you look all the foods that you want. I'm like, oh, I want that. They don't give you and serve you disgusting food. They serve you with food that you want to put in your tummy. The same thing when you show up, you don't come with, hey, this is my thing. You come with your strength so that we can pick and choose. Oh my gosh, Ali, that's my weakness. Let's collaborate. And of course, you can show your vulnerability because that's your superpower. When you're authentic to yourself, this is what I need, that is your superpower. What do you think about that?
Can I jump in on that? Actually, the vulnerability that you expressed, Ali, I have a mentor to share with you that is a game changer. You two will get along beautifully. And in fact, he taught me the Eisenhower Matrix, and I didn't know it was called that. So I'm happy to connect you with this person. Your story about swimming is incredible. It needs to be shared. Very quickly, a young gal didn't know how to swim. She learned at 32, and then she became a triathlete. And at 40, she took those late life learnings of swimming and became the U.S. ambassador to Australia for women over 40 competing in triathlons. What a story. And it all started with her braving the water, just like you did.
So
you
amazing.
can change people with a single chapter. I promise you can. So we'll talk about that.
Yeah, that is amazing. Thank you for jumping in, Lonnie, and thank you for helping our brother Ali. Oliver, you've been trying for like 8 times. I see you come in and out. What's up, brother?
I cannot resist because I was able to join with my laptop, because in mobile you cannot raise your hand. But first, Ali, thank you for the vulnerability of your share. And I totally resonate with what was said from Lonnie and Dr. Constance. We are all different, 8 billion people different. So we have been probably taught that we have to do all. In fact, as we are fish, for instance, to climb the tree. And it's better to ask the monkey to give us the bananas rather than to try to climb the tree to have the bananas if we want. So I totally resonate with that. We need to collaborate. We need to elevate each other, and I really want also to pinpoint the vibrations and the fact that we can surround ourselves with people that elevate us. That's why I was befriending some years ago 1 or 2 persons, but I decided to unfriend them because they were stuck in their mind and not really connected with their heart, and it was not uplifting me to be surrounded by them. So I wish them well. No angriness, no regret, but now it's a time for me to choose wisely the persons that I want to be surrounded with, and that's why I'm here, because you really inspired me. I was earlier today watching your video, and you showed your emotions. So welcome, Ali. You are welcome to express your own emotions in this space. That's why also it's important. I'm not bragging. I do a lot of audio sessions. I realize I want to grow my business, but I want also to connect with human beings. And for instance, to be able to see someone from out of nowhere connecting in my audio session from Kakuma camp in Kenya, expressing their struggle, because I have to use the correct pronouns. So that's a blessing. That's a blessing, because I would like to see this mental space more. So I'm going to pass the mic right now. I can talk for hours about that, but I'm conscious about the time. So thank you, Ali, for expressing. Last but not least, if you are not keen to write a book, you can find another means to express. You can express, and then it will be transcribed in a book. Or you can show your story in a video. I was doing it in 2019 on an event face-to-face, expressing my story. And it was empowering, not only for my audience, but also for myself. So that's it for me. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, Oliver, that is so cool. That's how I met Oliver, because he does audio room like crazy. Like a madman. I'm like, Oliver, and you know what, his audio room is at 11 p.m. my time. 11 p.m. And I'm thinking, wait, why am I engaging in 11 p.m.? And my husband's like, who are you talking to? And I'm like, oh, it's an audio room. And my husband's like, is he in France? I'm like, no, I think he's in the US. No, we're just going to talk. And it's really, yeah, I love being in audio rooms because I can be in my pajama. And it's okay. I do live stream, but I'm switching from live streams to audio. You just catch up. Every Wednesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. PST. Next week, I'm probably going to have 2 live streams instead of an audio room. I'll skip this audio room next week because I miss my other brothers I'm supposed to highlight today. But I definitely think that study habits and all of that is good tools to have. However, without a purpose, this tools is not going to work for you because you're not there yet, right? You need to have tools, but also work on yourself. Mental health is definitely a thing. I love working on myself. Obviously, some people who know me intimately know my issues. But at the same time, instead of focusing on those issues, I try to focus on my strengths rather than negative. Because when you focus on what's wrong with your life, your entire brain, your entire mode is on that negative down spiral. What's going on with my life? Why do you think you have a gratitude journal? If you're not a journal type, go ahead and just do audio recordings. What did you do yesterday, right? What is happening, yesterday? Lonnie is probably typing with one finger because she broke her arm right now. So it's not like she could type either, but she will work by probably, just doing audio rooms, and also kind of looking at your thing and recording it by audio. My whole dissertation, by the way, that I went to all over the world was in audio. My interviews was in audio. I had to record it. I couldn't type everything. It was just too much. So that might be something you can do, is reflect on those audios. What do you think, Lonnie?
That's exactly right. I really want to back that up. Oliver, you had the right idea. We've interviewed books out of people before. It's an easy format to follow, and a transcript then becomes a manuscript. And as for me, with typing with one finger, I've utilized voice to text to create a lot of course material for what's coming up with our Rattled Awake authors. And then I can go in and henpeck the corrections. But where there's a will, there's a way. Promise you.
That is so true. Well, we are towards the end of this audio room. Any last minute thing that you want to say?
Just acknowledging the presence of an amazing audience: Wendy, Natalie, Christine, Sumai, Deep, Fairlyn that wants to talk, but I don't know if she is able to raise her hand. Chris and Ali, thank you again for your share. And Lonnie, Dr. Constance, amazing. So that's the audience I want to be surrounded by, human beings connecting with each other. So that's it.
Thank you, Oliver. I would like to just close by saying that a lot of people are interested in the Rattled Awake project. They also have a book in the works, and what their chapter in this book can do is it will become a bestseller. And so their book can then be written by a best-selling author. And that can only help in all kinds of marketing that you do going forward. So a simple chapter can be life-changing for not just you, but your readers. So I hope that you'll check it out. It's a very affordable price. People think I'm crazy, actually, but it's a way to get your message out there and really leave your legacy message for all time to come.
Yeah, that is so true, because if you look at books right now, most book producers will cost you like 15, 20K. I've tried. I already have 3 books, but this will be my 4th one, and I will keep going for sure. But definitely check it out. And also, hopefully, I just want to loop back before I hand the mic to Ali for last minute conversation, is that we did talk about Pomodoro. So keep those 25 minutes intense work, and then 5 minutes off. And then the Eisenhower Matrix. And then, of course, the 3rd one is time blocking. So hopefully you guys remember those strategies for your time management skills. Go ahead and close us out, Ali. What is your last minute message?
Well, I'm kind of out of words now. At a very uncomfortable spot. Maybe you can ask somebody else to comment. I've just followed people in this group, and hopefully we will keep in touch. And I think we can learn and grow together and elevate each other in our journeys and our destinies.
Thank you for that message. I totally agree. Lonnie, any last minute conversation?
Just gratitude for the quality of people that show up when you show up. It's incredible. And it's such a warm and inviting community of people. So Ali, welcome. You found a really good place to land. It's a soft landing. And Dr. Constance, thank you for what you taught today. Even if it was a known thing, if it's not applied, it doesn't work. And so I took careful notes and really appreciate what you shared. You're just so about helping us do better. Thank you.
Always, guys, always. I'm here to serve my community. If you don't know my story, I almost died 8 times. And so to me, that's like a little hint with the universe saying, hey, you got a lot to give before it's time for you to expire. Because I do not control time nor my destiny. However, I can control my intentions, my thoughts, and my actions today. So I will bid you adieu with that thought. Be grateful, be kind, be amazing, because you are loved, you matter, and you are important to us. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful and fantastic Wednesday. Bye, guys.